You can't use it. I'm a top dollar bitch, but I'm far from a poochie. Pretty bitch music, trending off a selfie. Chanel me, off the top shelf, please. Only fuck with niggas if they handsome and wealthy. Crab meat, got my ass looking healthy. I ain't worried about a blog or a bitch. Speaking on my moves like it's news, you a snitch. Every live, your lips give me views, I admit. All my quarantine pics going up, I ain't miss. What a hustlers, who ain't stingy with the tricks. I'm only sitting on the dick if your money make a bitch. I show 'em.
So what is up, y'all? It is your girl Ms.I checking back in with another freaking video. It's been a long time coming. Excuse my voice, y'all. It has been a rough week. But in this video, I'm definitely showing you guys how I achieved the blonde highlights on my wig. So right now I'm just kind of showing you guys the products. I use the BW2 bleaching powder. I use the 40 volume developer, and I also use 30 volume developer. I had a perm bowl, some clips, a perm brush, some duckbill clips. I also did buy Ash Blonde Color Stick hair dye by Revlon because I wanted to tone the hair, but in the end you guys will kind of see how I ended up toning the hair. So in this video right now, I'm just showing you guys how I mixed the bleaching powder with the developer. Since I was on the back of my wig, I went ahead and I used my 30 volume developer. So I put like 4 or 5 scoops, I'm not really sure, I didn't really measure, inside of the bowl. And then I mixed like the developer, and just till I got the consistency that I was looking for. Ladies, please understand that you need to wear gloves. I'm not a cosmetologist, I don't have my license, but I am a self-taught hairstylist, and I know for a fact that you need to wear gloves when doing this because the chemicals can get on your hands and burn you. You also need to wear a mask. Please wear a mask because the chemicals are harsh and they will give you a headache. And then just make sure that if you get anything on yourself or on your clothes that you go wipe it off immediately. So right here, I'm just basically showing you guys how I mixed the bleaching powder and the developer together. It wasn't really giving me like the consistency that I want, so I had to keep like mixing it. I think I actually went in and added some more stuff to it. But yeah, this is my first time doing anything like this. Like I said, I'm not in school for cosmetology or anything like that. I'm just self-taught, watch a couple videos on YouTube. My mom is a licensed cosmetologist, and so is my best friend. So I kind of just learned things from them, and you know, I do it myself. Like I said I wasn't satisfied with the consistency of the bleach itself, so I went ahead and I added some more developer to loosen it up. It was kind of thick. It looked like cake batter. It's not supposed to look like that. It's supposed to be kind of like, not really watery. It's supposed to have like a slimy consistency. You'll kind of see if you do it on your own. But yeah, I'm just steady mixing, getting the consistency together. Once the consistency is together, then you can go ahead and start parting the hair. So I split my hair in two. By the way, guys, this is hair from my collection, Ms.I's Beauty Emporium. Well, Ms.I's Beauty Emporium. I'm gonna drop everything in the description box below. So yeah, go shop for the bundles, lady. Look how full this wig is. This wig was also constructed by me, but I parted the hair in half, and then I went in with smaller sections, and I parted those smaller sections. And so the technique that I used was the weaving technique, and I'm gonna be like completely honest with y'all. It was giving me some hell. I don't know if it was because of my nails. I don't know what it was, but it was giving me some hell. As y'all can see, I had to take the piece that I had parted, and I had to basically like divide it in half because I felt that it was too thick, and I didn't want like really like bulky looking highlights, I would say, if that makes sense. So I just made the part a lot smaller, and I went back in. And if you don't know what the weaving method is, you definitely just take the end of like a rat tail comb or a metal tip comb, and you go like over, under, and then you kind of pull the hair up so you can separate it. And then you guys will kind of see me do that in a moment. But as you are doing that, make sure that you're staying with the over, under motion. Because if not, you're gonna mess up your highlights and they're not gonna come out right. So see right here, you kind of see it looks like every other strand. I was separating the hair some more because it was still kind of stuck together. So right now, you see that I'm adding my foil. Oh, this is something I was supposed to tell you at the beginning. Please, please, please pre-cut your foil. I used about 24 pieces in this wig just because I wanted to do more highlights than usual. You can use how many you want. I use 24. Make sure that they're long and that they're pre-cut. It kind of just helps the process go by a little bit faster because this is a long and tedious process. So as you see, I'm painting the bleach onto the hair. Now you're supposed to do this in a vertical motion. You're kind of supposed to like brush it, and you brush away from the roots so it give it like that gradient effect. Y'all, this foil was not staying. It was killing me. The foil was killing me. But you just give it that gradient effect when you're brushing, and make sure to coat every single strand of hair. Go in and coat every single strand of hair. You don't need a lot of bleach on your brush, but you can go back in and add some if need be. So as y'all can see, I kind of got some bleach on that top part. That's a no-no. Like I said, this is my first time, but I'll never do that again. In this clip, I had my little sister come hold the foil for me because, like I said in the beginning, I was struggling to kind of keep the foil attached to the hair as I'm painting the bleach onto it. And I kind of got the hang of it later on in the video, and I'll tell you guys what I did personally that helped me basically get the technique down pat to where I didn't need any help. But yeah, it's the same thing. I'm just painting the bleach onto the hair. I'm making sure I'm coating every single strand, making sure that when I'm folding my foil that I'm not folding the hair, I'm just folding the foil, and I'm making sure that it's sealed completely. This helps with the processing time, and it also gives you that brighter effect versus if you just leave the hair out and exposed. One thing I am going to tell you ladies is when you are doing highlights or bleaching hair in general, please make sure to not over process your hair. Do not leave the bleach on there longer than what it should be. And if you are going to leave the bleach on for a long time like I did, make sure that you're periodically checking your foils and checking on your hair to make sure that it's not over processing, because nobody wants over processed bundles. They don't straighten well. It kind of just ruins the whole look. You probably would have to cut off some of the hair. It just isn't good for business. So just be mindful of that. Every so often you'll see me later on in the video check my foils and see how the hair is doing. I think actually towards the end I started to pull the foils off that were in the back because they had processed enough to my liking. I like how bright they were. So in this clip you just kind of see me scrambling all over the place to get my materials. Even though I was organized, y'all, I still couldn't find nothing. I still kept losing my comb, my clips. But yeah, I'm going back in with that weaving method in this smaller section, and you can kind of see it a little bit more. And I'm just pulling the hair apart. I told y'all my nails was killing me, but I get the hang of it in the end. But yeah, I'm just pulling the hair apart with my nails, excuse me. And I'm just repeating the same thing over and over again. And you'll pretty much see that throughout the whole video, that I just keep repeating the same process over and over again. I'm going to come back on towards the end to tell you guys how I got the desired look and show you guys the finished product. Alright guys, so like I said previously, I was going to come back on and tell you guys how I finally was able to get the foils to stick. So basically what I did was I kind of painted like some of the bleach on the foil, and then like immediately after, like I started painting like the hair on the foil so it could stick. And when I started to do that, I started to fold it at the top immediately, and then I continued to paint all the way down just so I could give it that like secure feeling that I needed it to have, just so it wouldn't slide down as I was bleaching. But yeah, as y'all can see, I'm just steady, you know, doing the weaving method, steady painting the bleach onto the hair in a vertical motion, and then folding the foils. Definitely make sure that you check your foils throughout the process, ladies. Please make sure you check your foils throughout the process, because if you leave the foils on there too long, it can over process the hair, and nobody likes over processed hair. And as you guys can see, I kind of went back in towards the end and I pulled the bottom foils off as I got closer to the top, just because I knew that they had been on there for a while. And yeah, this is just me doing the top of the closure. This part was very tedious. I had to keep going back in and defining the part because I wanted it kind of even on both sides, and I didn't part that out in the beginning, so I had to go back in and kind of like fix my mistakes. But in the end, you guys will get to see the results, and you guys will get to see how I tone the hair as well without having to use the Revlon Color Silk hair dye. Alright y'all, so I didn't get to record me washing the bleach and stuff out, but as you guys can see, this is me basically showing you guys the wig with the aftermath. I toned the hair using purple shampoo. This is the wig after it had dried. These are just a few clips of the wig on my head after it was styled. But yeah, if you guys haven't already, please go check out my birthday vlog, and thank you guys for watching.